Okay, so this is Flowsheets version 4, a prototype programming environment that I'm turning into a real product. Woo! That other people can use. Woo! Yay! So I hope. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it, but here's what I have so far. So here's a 2D canvas, and to put things on the canvas, you can click, and then we'll put some text on the canvas, and you can see the title of this block that you can like move around. So the title, the description, and the data that I can, for the text blocks, I can enter in manually right here. You can change the title if you want. It's like things like A, B, C, D automatically. But the most interesting thing is this button, which is a list of functions. There'll be a lot more here eventually, but right now we have these, and we'll say uppercase. And you can see when I did that, it uppercased the text high that we started with, and then went to uppercase. And we could do a further thing, which is length. And I have the text, and then the uppercase version of that, and then the length of that, which is 3. You can imagine when I hover over these, you could actually like see each of these individual data and be able to like change or the original text, for example. Right now, I can't do that. So that is like one of the major features of this, where you can have multiple functions in a block. It's basically like whatever a person thinks of as, whatever they want A to be. In this case, it's like this. It's like almost like a line of code or something. And so I can do something a little different too, which is I can do something here, and I can actually do uppercase and put in a new block. And right now this uppercase depends on this block, so when I change this one, that one changes. And the new block button is cool because it just lets people almost like hitting enter in a text editor, lets people organize the data a little differently. So they can kind of reactively go into here and instead of just having one long line of code or something like that, they'll have a separate thing that they can do whatever they want with. So those are the major pieces. There'll be a lot to do with all of these pieces. I'm especially interested in web scraping. But the other interesting thing I wanted to mention is the keyboard navigation. So I noticed with people that use spreadsheets really professionally and every day that some people are really good at using them, and they can use them so fast. Their hands never leave the keyboard. They know all the shortcuts, and they're watching them use it is kind of an amazing experience. It's amazing to watch them. And I want Flowsheets to be a tool like that. Like, a lot of visual programming is really slow, it's aimed at beginners. And I wanted the accessibility of visual programming for beginners, but I also wanted the professional flowy feeling of a tool that someone can get really good at. So with that in mind, I added a bunch of keyboard support, and actually you can use the entire editor so far just using the keyboard. So here I'm using the arrow keys to move around. That's a little bug. You should be able to do that. It should look like this when your cursor is over a block, and then hitting enter should put the cursor right there. I don't know why it's not right now. It's a little buggy. There it is. So yeah, so then you hit down, and that puts the cursor here. And if you could edit this, you'll be allowed to edit it after hitting enter. But if I hit enter here, it opens the menu, and I can filter this to uppercase. And then if I hit enter here, whoops. Oh, I broke it. Oh no, I broke it. Okay. Ignore that. Let's just set up something again. So yeah, so you can move around with the arrow keys. Go in here. It'll broke again. No problem. Look at this. Ready? Okay. So yeah, here it is. So when I hit escape, it goes back to this canvas. And when I hit enter, it goes in here. Now when I hit up and down, it just stays within this block. And when I hit enter, it goes into whatever his cursor is highlighted. So Here I can do uppercase again. When I hit enter, it moves the focus over to this area, and now this area has the focus. And then when I hit enter, it just adds the uppercase here, and I can keep using the keyboard as normally intended. So there's not a lot of like keyboard shortcuts like that you have to memorize. It's a lot of just arrowing around. And actually, you don't even need to use just the arrows. If you turn on Vim-like mode, you can use the H key to go left, the J key to go down, the K key to go up, and the L key to go right. And actually, since I'm so used to using Vim, I use this all the time, and it feels really fast to be able to like go in here, just do something like that without really thinking about it. I can just let my hands do the work, so to speak. So yeah, it's kind of weird to have this like really modal like keyboard navigation where actually if I hit enter a few, let's see, if I hit enter a few times, so now I'm like in this place, and if I hit escape, it goes to there. If I hit escape again, it goes to there. If I hit escape again, now we're back in the canvas, and now we're moving around here. So it's a little weird, but I actually really enjoy it. It feels fast and flowy, just like I had hoped. Yeah, so that is what I have so far. There's a lot more work to do, but I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you can use Flowsheets at some point in the near future. I don't know when I'm going to be able to finish it, but I plan to keep on working on it forever long it takes.